19-year-old Miya Marcano, a college student, was tragically murdered in Orlando, Florida. Police identified the suspect as a male maintenance worker who was romantically interested in Miya, despite her lack of interest. Miya, described as ambitious, adventurous, and fiercely loyal, was reported missing after failing to return home to South Florida for a carnival celebration. Sadly, it took days to locate her body. This senseless act shattered the lives of Miya's loved ones, who were expecting a joyous homecoming, filled with celebration. Instead, they faced unimaginable grief. Miya's family's plans for a joyous carnival celebration in South Florida were shattered when she failed to board her flight. Miya, who cherished this annual tradition with her loved ones, vanished on September 24th. The following week, on October 2nd, her body was discovered. Authorities believe Armando Caballero, a maintenance worker at her apartment complex, entered her apartment, killed her, and then took his own life. Tragedy struck Miya's family when she disappeared.
Orange County Sheriff's Office, this line is being recorded. This is Operator Winstead. How may I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to find out if I can have a wellness check.
Armando Caballero, a maintenance worker who was at her apartment complex, became a suspect in her death. Authorities believe he entered her apartment shortly before she finished work on the day. She vanished. Sadly, Armando reportedly took his own life days later. Miya was a bright young woman who balanced work at the apartment complex with her studies in sports medicine at Valencia College. The police discovered potential evidence of a crime within her apartment, causing distress to her roommate. Swiftly, she implicated a maintenance worker named Armando Cabello, aged 27, who had been employed at the apartment complex. Armando harbored an obsession with the 19-year-old, persistently seeking opportunities to engage with her and pursue romantic interests, despite her repeated rejections. This behavior left her feeling increasingly uneasy. In a concerning incident, he even transferred $700 to her via Cash App, citing her physical attractiveness, which she promptly returned. Similar reports about Armando began to surface, amplifying suspicions. Another resident of Sabal Club Apartments later disclosed to investigators that Armando had approached her with a note, expressing interest in going on a date. As Miya's family arrived at approximately 3 a.m. to aid in the search, they drew Deputy Paulino's attention to several items. Miya's cherished childhood teddy bear, a companion she habitually brought on all her travels, regardless of their brevity. An hour later, at 4 a.m., Armando appeared outside Miya's apartment. By this time, nearing 5 a.m., Armando was off duty and lacked a legitimate reason for his presence there. Having heard enough about him, Miya's family immediately recognized Armando and his questionable association with the situation. When questioned by detectives, he claimed to have been on the phone with a worker named Teona, who purportedly informed him of Miya's disappearance, explaining his presence at the scene. He asserted that he had not seen her in the vicinity.
No one knows Tati. That's my whole thing. Not even the roommate knows Tati. She's an employee, but you keep saying Tati is a friend and that no one here knows Tati. All her other friends showed up. Her closest friends that live in the complex were all here with us early on.
Prior to her disappearance, offering no additional information. Hours passed, and he had nothing further to contribute. Detectives found no compelling reason to extend their conversation with him, let alone consider an arrest. With that, Armando departed from the complex. The security guard assigned to the complex successfully lifted fingerprints from Miya's window using tape. However, the deputy declined to take them, citing the case's lack of priority, and allowed the guard to retain the tape. Additionally, the guard observed a screwdriver and a cell phone case in the back seat of Armando's car, but without a warrant, they were unable to search it. Orange County Sheriff John Mina stated that the available evidence from the video footage and events of the night did not warrant an arrest or detention of any individual. Subsequently, another deputy was alerted to Mia's situation and visited her apartment. Troubled by what he encountered, he promptly informed a missing persons detective, leading to the initiation of a formal investigation. On September 25th, Mia's family contacted investigators, prompting them to head to Armando's apartment. The family had been conducting their own covert surveillance and had been monitoring him from their vehicle. In the passenger side front seat, they observed him emerging with a glove, a backpack. They spotted a familiar pink blanket, the one Miya had been using.
The blanket.
Oh my God, that is my blanket!
Upon police arrival, Armando granted permission to Mia's family to enter his apartment under police supervision, allowing them to inspect the premises without disturbing any items. However, shortly after, Armando vacated his apartment. Within just an hour and a half, authorities confirmed him as a suspect in Mia's disappearance.
So we believe that the suspect that we had named Armando Caballero is responsible while also maintaining the integrity of this investigation.
Efforts to secure a search warrant were underway, eventually approved slightly over 24 hours after Miya vanished. Despite the involvement of hundreds of volunteers and extensive searches spanning vast areas, there was still no sign of Miya. Further investigation revealed that Armando had re-entered the apartment complex at 4:34 p.m. Miya was last seen buzzing into her unit at 4:34 p.m., intending to grab her bag and head to the airport, a trip she never embarked on. This sequence of events strongly suggested that Armando was present in Mia's apartment, awaiting her return. At 5:52 p.m., Armando's vehicle was spotted leaving Arden Villas. On September 27th, police had gathered sufficient evidence to arrest Armando on suspected burglary charges. Although they suspected there was more to the case, they lacked concrete evidence. However, before the arrest could be executed, an unexpected turn of events occurred, one that would shock everyone involved and alter the trajectory of the investigation. Tragically, 27-year-old Armando Caballero took his own life.
We found a suicide on property. So they're in the garage. It's one of our garages, but
Okay.
we just store paint in there. So
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
He's he's deceased, beyond any help.
I believe so.
We'll have an officer over there in a few minutes. You said it was a male?
Yes.
Okay, see you shortly. Thank you.
Rapidly unfolding events leaving authorities grappling with the fear of never locating Miya or attaining closure. After a week of relentless searching, a grim discovery was made approximately 18 miles from Arden Villas. In an abandoned section of Tymber Skan Apartment, a body was found. The community mourned as Orlando officials indicated that they may have located Mia's remains. The suspected killer, Armando Caballero, had previously resided in the area. Miya was discovered bound with black duct tape on her hands and feet, with additional tape covering her mouth. Following an autopsy, it was determined that Miya had been the victim of homicide by undetermined means. However, due to the advanced state of decomposition, further details could not be ascertained. Subsequently, Armando's body was also recovered. Analysis revealed the presence of Mia's blood and hair, along with the same black duct tape found around Mia's body located in his car. Moreover, forensic examination indicated 2 marks on his finger consistent with bite marks, alongside additional injuries suggestive of a struggle. In memory of Miya, her loved ones initiated a foundation in her honor, aimed at providing support to families of missing persons. Family and friends gathered at the Church of God in Cooper City to bid farewell, marking a poignant and difficult day for all. A royal blue casket, crowned on top, symbolized the unforgettable life of a young woman, Miya. Though gone, she remains deeply cherished and dearly remembered. Her family collaborates closely with law enforcement, determined to prevent such tragedies from recurring, sparing other families from similar heartbreak. The pastor and family emphasized Mia's resilience and her refusal to yield. Her tragic fate ignited her family's profound grief, inspiring them to channel their sorrow into a mission through the Miya Marcano Foundation, aiding families of missing persons. Photos of Miya adorn the service, her radiant smile etched in the memories of those who bid her farewell, their hearts heavy with loss. The family urges everyone to remember Miya for her vibrant spirit, her $1 million smile, and her infectious charm. Miya Marcano embodied promise and potential, her future bright with possibilities. Her family's love permeated the service, ensuring Mia's beautiful life was celebrated vibrantly as she was laid to rest. It took deputies just over a week to locate Mia's body. Funeral services are underway, gathering loved ones in Cooper City for a final farewell.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
Ever since we were children, our bond has been unbreakable.
Our Father, who art in heaven. This family was plunged into the valley of the shadow.
Baby girl, princess, Uncle loves you, and I know you hear me, and I know one day I'll get to hear you say it back to me too.
She impacted the community, and her name is not in vain. I'm going to miss you every day for the rest of my life.
Miya Marcano is remembered as vivacious and full of life, her memory cherished by all who knew her. As loved ones took the stage to honor Mia's memory, emotions ran high. Her uncle spared no words for her killer.
Men have no right to demand what they want of a woman. He couldn't be a good boy if he had to do what somebody did to Miya. You are not a good boy. Your soul will burn in hell.
While Mia's life unfolded through pictures and stories shared by her family. Instead of flowers, Mia's family requested donations to their foundation, a testament to Mia's enduring legacy. Though tears flowed freely, the service celebrated Mia's life and the indelible mark she left on the world.